This one's from the Orange and Brown Talk podcast. You, Dan Lobby, and Ashley Bastock. Why do you think the Browns graded so poorly in the NFLPA survey? I have a thought, but I want to hear what you guys thought at first.
Well, one of the things that I want to find out is how many players actually responded to the survey. I don't know the answer to that question, and I don't know if that information is even available. Is this a team-wide thing? Do they all feel this way, or was this a small sample size, too small to be representative of the whole football team? If it is representative of the whole football team, then I really do think that the Browns have to take a good, long, unflinching look at some of the things that were in the survey. Now, let's take the locker room, for instance. They are working on all of that. They are building out over there in Berea, and it's going to be Jimmy's World before long, and they'll have the best of everything. And they started out with a weight room, which is state of the art and wonderful now. So things do change, and their weight room got like an F last year, and now it's like A something. So they're working on the physical plant. Then when you look at the coach, I think that's one to be concerned about. Once again, if this is a representative sample, if he came out 30th out of 32 coaches, then I think they need to take a look at that. And he needs to take a look at that and sit down with some members of his leadership council and ask them, what do you see as are things that I can do better right now? And I think that he just has to be ready to get whatever answers come and then decide what he wants to do about it. Treatment of families. I think that once again, the Browns should sit down with some of those family members or the leadership council and find out how can the families be treated better. And I think that there's a lot of change coming for the Cleveland Browns and that they will grade higher in a lot of these areas soon. But there are some things that they can definitely address now.
Yeah, the other thing I would think, having been through seasons where you don't win, everything is worse when you win 3 games. The food doesn't taste as good. I mean, it's just the way it is.
Oh, absolutely. There's no question about it. When you're filling out that survey and you've won 3 games, it's really hard to feel good about anything at all. So, yeah, there were not a lot of warm and fuzzy feelings at the end of last season. They held it together, though, I think, as a
Mm-hmm.
football team for the most part. They played hard all the way up until the end, and I think that shows something right there. But just in terms of feeling good about the future and feeling good about anything, it's hard to feel that way when you're about to lose your 14th game.